A lot of brands ask us, how and where should we use hashtags to drive traffic back to our site or our conversations? I'm going to walk you through a formula that you should remind yourself of every time when you're tempted to use hashtags. First of all, here's a quick jump start to bring everybody up to speed. Hashtags are used to group conversations together that reference an event, a topic, or a region, like a small city. We're going to come back to these three different things that I want you to remind yourself of before you start using a hashtag. Here's an example of a hashtag. I just bumped into one of the speakers at the conference. I'm off to get some lunch. Hashtag CES 2012. All of the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas attendees, if they're on Twitter and they want to be a part of the conversation so that you can actually search and see what is everyone saying at CES, they will include this token at the end so that when you click on the token, it's actually auto-underlined in Twitter, and you can see all of the hashtags that are being, all of the conversations, and they're now grouped together so that you can see what's happening at the Consumer Electronics Show. That is a great example of it being an event and a region. It's in Las Vegas just for a week, and it's an event, and it's also a topic. So it's a great example. Another way to find out if your hashtag should be used, start at search.twitter.com to see what's popular. Go look and start searching. Which hashtag are people using? Is it overused? If it's used every 3 seconds, probably too much. You're not actually going to become a part of the conversation. You're just using something that happens to be used tremendous amount of time. So use search.twitter.com and find something that's used approximately every hour or less, maybe every couple days or something. Next, let's move into examples of good hashtags. Here's hashtag Hermosa Beach. This is a small city here in Los Angeles. It's about 20,000 residents, and true locals are searching for hashtag Hermosa Beach because they want to know what's happening locally. This helps city locals track local news. Another one, hashtag CES 2012. It's an event with thousands of grouped conversations that happens locally in a certain region, which is great. Hashtag KKTNY, Kim and Courtney Take New York. And normally I would say TV shows shouldn't have their own hashtag because it's too much going on. But it's kind of fun because A, it's really, really short, and B, there's a lot of passion behind it. It is an event that happens typically at one time during the week, unless you DVR it, and it's also a topic, which is awesome. So a lot of people are using hashtag KKTNY or other hashtags for TV shows. Next, SB46, the official Super Bowl 46 hashtag. There's a lot of hashtags around the Super Bowl. This was the one that they actually displayed and set and broadcasted to everyone on their website. Next, TXSen, which is the Texas Senator political hashtag followed by the press in Texas. It's a great example. The press goes, I want to group all these conversations together. We're going to follow this stuff. So anytime one of these senators that's in the race is running and they want to put out a new press release, they'll use that hashtag, and then the press will watch it. Next, ML Tips. It lets users share and track social media tips. This is what we use at a lot of our large events, our boot camps. As we give a tip, we ask people, please tag it that way. That way those that are following go, what is the ML and tips? It's something I should read and look at. Next, here's some examples of when not to use a hashtag. You can use them whenever you want, but I want to walk you through exactly what we see as something that it might not be helpful to you. First of all, don't use them if you have an @ sign under the same name. A good example of this would be @MediaLeaders versus hashtag #MediaLeaders. Why would you use hashtag #MediaLeaders when you could just tag the @ sign? Because you're talking about us, then we will retweet it and hashtag it and so on. So use @MediaLeaders if you have the same type of name. Next, don't make it too long. Try for less than 8 characters if you can. The reason to use a hashtag is because it should be a small token. Like SB46, you can add it at the end without taking too much of this precious real estate that we have that we call Twitter. Next, play devil's advocate for a negative response. What could go wrong? Always ask yourself, if I'm putting my brand in here and I'm a large brand and perhaps some people perceive me wrong, what could go wrong? How would people start using this in a negative way? Let's just review really quickly. Remember to use hashtags in the case of an event, a topic, or a region. Those are good 3 areas that you should start thinking about. And next and last, try to keep hashtags to less than 8 characters and use search.twitter.com to check their popularity before you start using them.